The call was made from Germany.
Germany?
We're trying to pinpoint the exact location now.
Is she really in Germany? I knew it.
2 cities at the same time?
It's the G6.
It all started in Japan, then Canada, France, the US, and now Germany and Italy.
Let's contact the British Embassy, even if we're too late to stop her.
We, the citizens of Germany, follow the policies of our country and comply with its rules. We believe it's our right to live in a way that contributes to order. But, if speaking personally, I believe that Heidelberg's policy is worth considering and looking into.
So are you adopting a position in favor of the suicide law, then?
I have no plans to. But there's some truth to the suicide law's implication that morality and the law can change. Things that were right in the past may not necessarily be right in the future.
Do you think suicide is really a good thing?
It's possible. There's not enough time to find the answer.
That's the real problem.
I wish I could tell you to take your time in thinking more about it. But I think it's imperative that we make a statement regarding the law at the summit next week.
Yes, you're right.
So you're still deferring your decision? Mr. President, we're at a big turning point in our country right now. Changes in our values will result in new societal norms. Then the people must decide themselves, not the government and not the private sector. If that decision represents a step forward towards a better future, then we won't be afraid to choose to adopt the suicide law.
Did Flores change his mind because of that voice?
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
But I heard the voice speaking as well, and nothing happened to me because of it. Huh? Who's that?
I haven't seen you for a while, even though we're neighbors.
I'm so ashamed. I skipped another meeting to come here. It happened again at the funeral for the students who committed mass suicide in Denver the other day. I still didn't know the exact words to say to someone to stop them from considering suicide as an option.
Are you trying to prepare a fight against suicide?
I don't even know if I should fight against it in the first place.
It's going to take some time. That cannot be helped. It's a hard issue.
I did some research into what the Bible says on it. Not once did I see an instance of it saying that suicide is a sin. I couldn't find anything specifically that says God intends to punish those who commit suicide.
You've done a lot of research. There's only one related sentence in the 10 Commandments from God: "Thou shalt not kill." The rejection of suicide is nothing more than a broad interpretation of this sentence.
Hold on!
If we want to go to heaven in the Last Judgment, we must follow the 10 Commandments. However, the 10 Commandments are nothing more than a broad interpretation of 2 rules. Thou shalt love thy Lord, and also,
Thou shalt love thy neighbor. Well then, if thou shalt love thy neighbor takes more precedence over thou shalt not kill, then killing someone for the purpose of loving your neighbor. In other words, does that mean that the 10 Commandments support committing suicide out of love for someone else?
You there! It's dangerous! Come back!
It's fine. I'm fine standing here.
Please, come over here!
I'm going to go join my mom.
No!
Why? The authorities told me it would be okay if I did it.
Wait!
God is the one who judges whether suicide is right or whether it is wrong. However, Mr. President, there's one piece of truth I feel it important for me to tell you. And that is that God loves all humankind. His most treasured love is infinite.
When you die, it's over.
You're right. My memory isn't too clear on this matter, but I think the moment I decided to adopt the suicide law was right after receiving this call.
Do you remember the woman? Her impression?
Sorry, I do not remember.
All right, I see.
Sir, that girl who gave you the bouquet at the hospice, she threw herself into the river.
I heard that. Unfortunate. The suicide law hasn't even been adopted officially into our system.
What do you mean?
What? Exactly what it sounds like.
Damn it!
Huh?
What the hell did you say to her?
It's fine. The authorities told me it would be okay if I did it.
When I was about to leave the place, she asked me, what am I supposed to do with myself after my mother leaves me? That's why I told her this about death. Death is not something to be afraid of. You must accept it as a part of life.
You said that crap to a little kid? How could you say something so brutal like that? And to a kid whose mother had collapsed?
You say cruel? Maybe that's what you think. But I'm sure it saved her from her despair. She made a choice that would fit her best. By choosing death, she restored peace within her own heart and departed us to be with her mother that she loved. Do you, Special Agent, oppose her choice? Her will?
I don't understand. It was like talking to someone from a faraway land who speaks a totally different language.
You're not wrong in thinking that.
Do you get it? What he said?
Well, just think calmly about it. People aren't going to do it just because the government says they're going to allow it. Saying they adopted the suicide law, I'm going to die now, isn't exactly what I would call a calm and rational decision. A normal person who weighs the pros against the cons probably wouldn't choose to commit suicide after that. It's just a simple calculation. If a few players from the worst team in the league decide to commit suicide, then they're never going to be able to beat Milan since they can't even beat them now. I'm sure the people are capable of imagining...
That press conference was horrible.
Claiming that market forces always lead to the appropriate state is so typical of him. Cannavaro is just a basic economist. And the president?
Unfortunately, he's still thinking on it. But we're almost out of time before he needs to act.
Yeah, you're right. But if we cut back on the summit to only the main session, we can make some time up.
I'm sure that would make the president so very happy. Just like a kid who was given more time to play at recess.
In any era of time, the kids are the ones who are always right. The president will be able to find it. He'll find the thing that we are unable to see.
Where's Oliver?
He hasn't come back yet. Basketball.
He's even busier than the president.
Looks like things aren't going well. With you. Your thinking is stuck, right?
Yeah. Always right. My thinking is at a dead end.
It can't be helped. You're terrible at thinking about things.
Well, yeah, that's true. I still can't see it clearly. Maybe I don't have enough information, or maybe I just need to...
No.
Why did you do that?
I was told to do so. By God himself. Alex, let me tell you something. In this world, we never have all the information. We either have too much or not enough. All you have to do is keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when you have too much or too little and you can't decide. It'll be fine, and you'll be fine also. God gave you something very important to do.
What's that?
To know. Things that you find that catch your eye. Things that make you curious about how they feel. Things that send a shiver down your spine. Things that make your balls shrink. You just have to search. If you're next to something, then pick it up. If you don't have to worry about the time, keep searching until you're satisfied and thinking as much as you want. That's what your job is. That's what you're in charge of. That's the role only you can play.
That's the role? You're sure that's all I have to do?
I'm sure. If there's a problem, then Taylor and Edmund will take care of it. And don't forget, Oliver and I, and the people of the United States will all help you, because you're Alex and our beloved president.
That was nice. I'm very happy to hear that, dear. I see. Then I apologize for the short notice.
It's not a problem.
I'm guessing you like dark suits. Don't you have other colors?
I don't have any with me. I just arrived here recently.
So, Zen Seizeki. Does Zen refer to meditation? Like maybe Zen Buddhism?
It's not the same Zen. My name means good. Good in English, that is. As in good and evil.
Zen. What a great name to have.
Thank you.
Mom! Oh,
This is Zen Seizeki with the FBI.
the FBI?
What did you want? You called for me, right?
Oh, it can wait for later. Sorry, please excuse me.
Do you like kids?
I heard about what went on in Hartford. It's unfortunate what happened to the girl. So Flores was being controlled, you say? By Magase?
Yes.
You already told me what Zen means. What does I mean?
It means love.
Well, what can I say here? But what an ironic name.
Mr. President, did you call me here to learn more about I Magase?
No, I'll leave that up to you if you don't mind. I want you and Bradham to find the best way to deal with that situation.
Then?
Yes, well, I suppose what I wanted to talk about is your experience with suicide.
That's,
I've been thinking a lot about suicide for these past few weeks now. I'm still thinking about it. I'm sorry if I touch on old wounds you carry around in your heart. Zen, I think you've experienced more death than anyone else that I know of in the world. You're the person who's had the closest look at a world where the suicide law exists. That's why I wanted to ask you your thoughts on suicide, the death of a person. How do you feel about it? I want to be able to judge whether the suicide law is right or wrong.
Sorry, but I was lying.
What? Are you serious?
I told Bradham when I came that I wanted to become an official investigator and catch Magase. But that's not true. There's another reason I wanted to become an investigator.
Why is that?
I would be issued a gun.
Then are you saying that you're here hoping to kill Ai Magase?
Yes.
Are you trying to get revenge then? For your friends? Who were killed by Magase?
I had a subordinate. He was a young man. The first time I met him, I remember thinking to myself that he wouldn't last long in this office. My predictions were wrong. He had a lot of pride in his work and had big dreams. I looked forward to his future, but he hung himself soon afterwards. I had a friend. He was an easygoing man. He was a detective, but not the type who always thought he was right. He wasn't that serious. He knew what he was capable of and what he wasn't. He did what he could handle without pushing himself too far. He was a righteous and easygoing person. I always depended on his laissez-faire approach to life. He shot himself in the head. And then, Hiasa came along. I can't even explain it well myself. She was my subordinate, but I think I had other feelings for her too. Not romantic feelings. I looked up to her. She was a woman who lived by the principle of upholding justice. She believed in justice from the bottom of her heart and tried to embody it. I thought that upholding justice meant I would be keeping her pure. She was chopped to pieces while still alive. I won't deny trying to get revenge. I hate Magase. I despise her. But there's something more than that. Something that I'm also sure of. Magase is pure evil. I have to kill her. For the sake of the whole world. I have to end her miserable life no matter what. If I don't, people are going to keep dying by her hand. So I will go and kill that woman. I have to.
And you believe that to be the right thing?
In the past, I used to say this to my subordinate. Keep thinking about what justice is and what it means to be right.
Do you have a family?
I do. A wife and son.
Are they in Tokyo now?
I asked a friend that I trust to look after them.
Do you have any pictures of your family? He looks adorable. He's so cute. How old?
He's 7.
Your wife looks so cheerful and innocent as well.
That cheerfulness of hers has saved me many times over. Not only my mood, but when it comes to my clothes, I always end with black if I choose myself.
If you kill Magase, you can't go back anymore. Don't you want to go back?
I asked a friend I trust to take care of them.
I see. Investigator from the Federal Bureau, Zen Seizaki. I hereby appoint you as an official investigator. Once the application is complete, you'll then be issued a gun as part of your official set of equipment. Investigator Seizaki.
Yes.
The power of the President of the United States is immense, as well as all-encompassing. What I'm trying to say here is, from now on, you're not allowed to respond to my orders with anything other than an enthusiastic and adamant yes, sir. Understood?
Yes, sir.
I'm giving an order, Investigator Zen. No matter what happens, you must go back to your family. No matter what you do, and no matter what it takes of you. As for the gun I'm giving you, I just want you to use it to do the right thing.
Yes, sir.
We have to go. We gotta get this. We have to get this under control. Let's go. What are you doing?
Press conference starting. The preparations are ready, sir.
I apologize for a late summons. Thank you all for attending this press conference on such a short notice. 30 minutes ago, the city of Southampton in the United Kingdom just announced the adoption of the suicide law. As a result of that, there are currently 7 cities in the world that have adopted the new suicide law. Following my announcement of our adoption of the suicide law 2 months ago, 1.5 million people in 6 cities have been given the freedom to commit suicide as an alternative. The world has started to set off down a path of its own will. The world is going through a revolution. I must not let myself be afraid of progress either. To succeed, we must go hand in hand, steering the revolution towards success. So I'm going to organize the first meeting. I will look into gathering the leaders of cities that have adopted the suicide law so far.
Suicide cities? A meeting among the leaders?
The date will be in 4 days. The location is here in Shiniki. I want to invite the leaders of the 6 cities that have adopted the law. Let's all gather together as one team. Let's engage in a candid discussion about the new law and how best we can represent it. When we're alone, there's a limit to what we can accomplish. But we can work together and move forward. We need the wisdom and the power of people from all around the world. I hope you all agree to participate in this general debate regarding the suicide law at the new Suicide Summit.
That SOB is trying to compete with our international summit.
Mr. President.
I see. Yes, I see. I don't need to spend all my time thinking about whether suicide is right or wrong. They'll all think about it for me instead. It's like he said, we'll work together and discuss it. We have other things to think about, bigger things. Finally now, I can get to working. All right, Taylor. It's time for the summit.